I'm ready?
This poem's called Field Sentinel. I'm from Fort Wayne. My girlfriend is actually from Muncie. We don't go to school here, but we're from Muncie. So I came down here a lot, and there was this tree that we would pass down I-69, and it was just kind of standing by itself in a field. So I had the urge to write a poem about it. It's kind of long, it's kind of a story, so bear with me. It's never been read before out loud, so we'll get through it. In the center of an endless patchwork of golden fields where wheat swayed like ocean waves and tractors carved lines like ships, there stood a tree. A single colossal tree. No one remembered when it had first taken root. It had simply always been there, or so it seemed. But the tree remembered. It began not as a legend, not even as a sapling, but as a tiny seed dropped by a passing bird on a late spring morning. The earth was rich then, damp with rain and shadowed by wild forests not yet named. The seed nestled into the soil, where it slept until warmth and time coaxed it upward. Its first sprout was small, unnoticed, vulnerable. Deer brushed past it, storms lashed it, but the roots were stubborn. They gripped the soil like clenched fists, reaching deep, twisting around rocks, stealing strength from the bones of the earth. As the years passed, the forest fell, but the tree grew. When men first noticed it, they called it the Field Sentinel. Children carved their initials in its bark. Old folks sat in its shade and spoke of how no storm ever cracked its limbs. But time is hungry, and men grew hungrier. They tried to cut it down. Wood chips flew, but the tree stood silent. After hours, they barely dented it. Next came chainsaws and machines. They groaned and shrieked. The tree did not fall. By then, the people had changed. They no longer farmed with hands, but with screens. Crops rotated not by season, but by algorithm. But the tree remained. The fields changed owners, a road curled around it. No one could remove it, so eventually, they simply worked around it. It became a symbol. Scientists sampled its bark and found rings older than any recorded history in the region. They estimated it to be nearly 1,000 years old. Still, the tree remembered. It remembered the deer, the fires, the saws. It remembered lightning striking its highest limb and splitting it in two, and how even then it did not fall. It remembered children's laughter and lovers' initials that faded with time but remained etched in its grain. Seasons turned. 1 year, but the tree stopped blooming. No leaves came, no birds nested. It stood, bare, ancient, quiet. People noticed. Some came to pray, others just stood in silence. Over the next weeks, the tree slowly collapsed, not in one great crash, but like an old storyteller who pauses between each breath. The trunk split, the crown leaned. Finally, one morning, after a final creak echoed across the golden fields, the tree laid down. But the story didn't end. When workers came to clear it, they discovered its roots still pulsing underground. New shoots had already sprouted a dozen yards away, tiny saplings reaching up, and no one tried to stop them. They let them grow, because even now, everyone knew some roots go too deep to kill, some trees refuse to fall, and some stories never end.
Wonderful.